Fatal friendships. And friendships can be deadly. The ones I used to have were deadly as fuck. Fatal friendships. And friendships can be fatal to a certain extent, but the ones I used to have were deadly as fuck. Can you just imagine walking into a car with your three main men? I have my warlord, I have my right hand man, I have my strongest soldier. And my thought process was, if this motherfucker pulled out a gun on me, how can I take it away from him? How can I kill this guy from behind him? How can I stab the driver in the fucking neck? This was my fucking thought process, because the environment that I used to live in, the rank that I had in my organization, people wanted to have my position. People wanted to have my money. People wanted to be with the women that I was with. People wanted my power. This is how you had to think. And it wasn't necessarily the people that I was in this environment with, but it was the person, the people, the character that the environment made them, made us, that really had us all thinking like that. And these are guys that I did shit with that I have to take to the fucking grave. These are like my twins. And this is how I had to think. One is in jail, one is dead, one is out right now, and we don't even talk because of a situation I got put into from our past life that ended up catching up to us after I got released from prison. That could have got me killed, right? And then another one is deported. Again, this is the type of shit. These are the outcomes. I was the fucking lucky one, right? These are the outcomes that you get from living in this environment, from thriving in this environment. And this is what this shit taught me. It taught me that it doesn't matter what type of person you want to bring in and you want to mold them into this monster, right? Into this player, or the player in this organization, or the or whatever it was, whatever task they had to do, or whatever, hood they lived in. They had to have a certain level of cutthroat mentality to be around you. So there was always going to be something that can put you above the life of even the closest of friend, right? And when I was incarcerated, this was obviously all the type of people that I would hang around with, right? Everyone in there was a criminal to, one extreme or another, regardless, right? Even the people that claim to be innocent, they just got caught the time that were probably the least innocent in. And when I put myself in the room with people and I would use the terms remember when, the two worst fucking terms that you can use when either initiating a conversation or just catching up with an old friend. Fuck remembering when. I want to know, how are we going to be remembered? I want to speak about the future. So that's all I will speak around. That's all I will speak about when I was around these type of people that I wanted to now learn to bring myself around. And it wasn't necessarily like a specific individual. It was the character. It was the conversations. It was the frequencies at which they vibrated at that I wanted to attract or gravitate towards. These are the type of people that you want in your life. Mind you, again, we're all still criminals. We all came in there because we were a criminal. But that can all change if the environment in your mind, which I speak a lot about on this channel, changes, right? It changes. And this is where these are the type of people I started to surround myself around, right? And I have so many fucking stories, man, where in the time being, right, the life that I was living, it was right or wrong, I had to have your back. But I've had to see some of my closest people do some of the most disgraceful shit, right? And turn my head in the moment, because again, it was right or wrong, I was going to ride for you. And of course, when we got out of that place or that situation, shit got handled on the side, right? But you know what it was to have to, have this meeting or get together with more than two or three people and having the thought of like, damn, someone might just get beat up right now. Someone might just get really hurt. Someone's life might just be at risk. And there were so many occasions where I would show up. Obviously, I knew most of them until before I became capo of my organization. I will come into these meetings, these gang meetings, not knowing if I was going to be the one, right? And that shit really fucked my nerves, but it really built me in a way. I am a very optimistic person. I can take anything, any life experience, and ask myself like, what did I take from that? And that really killed any fear that I ever had. Mind you, I'm walking into a room with the thought of like, damn, something might just happen to me. So there's this one time where I show up. I'm with the woman that I was with at the time. It was almost like a family. I wasn't with my kids at that time, but it was a family gathering. All the guys had their kids there with the wives, and we stepped aside, started talking. Next thing I know, I'm getting hit from every angle. Right? I'm getting hit from every angle. The girl that I was with at the time, they didn't know what the fuck was going on, so she came into the mix, and even she almost got involved. Even she almost got hurt, right? So I stood my ground. I'm fighting like two or three guys at a time. They send another one on me. I'm fighting until they actually get me down, right? When they get you down, that's their sign to stop, and not just stop right away. You have to have got put down and hurt. So I get up, we continue on with the meeting, and it just got real messy. It got real messy because there was alcohol on the premises, there was drugs, and now I'm just laughing, right? Black eye, busted lip, fucking knots on my head. I'm fucked up. But that was just the norm for us, right? We're all there now laughing, talking. I started to get into it with the head at the time. We got into a real bad fight. That split, mind you, we're all the same fucking people. That literally split our organization right in half, where some people took my side, some people took the other side. And I will tell you, it was because of that exact day that everything changed for me in the worst ways. And what I mean by that is that he saw my my intentions and my like desire of wanting to grow this crime organization, that he ended up giving me his position. And it was on from then. It was on. uh I mean, I can tell you so many fucking stories of how many times we've had to turn on ourselves, right? I've had to invite people into my house. Little did they know that they were about to be really hurt. And I had to live with that shit, right? I had to live with that. Now, of course, if I had to had sent, someone to put, force on somebody, they did something wrong, right? They went against the code, they broke the laws of, our books. And this is the shit that I had to really go to sleep with every single night until I numbed out to it. So, what did I learn from that, right? It's not necessarily the individual in the environment. It wasn't necessarily the people that I had to think about killing because I can be killed, but it was more so the environment and the way of living that brought to us. So, it doesn't matter if this is business, if this is friends, or even relationship. Make sure there's no elements, there is no external mind altering or even strong influences in that relationship, in that friendship, in that business ship that can put a gap in between you guys, right? That can separate you guys. That, okay, you know what? This over our friendship. You've got to build healthy relationships in all areas of your life if you want to thrive in them. So this is what I learned from having deadly friendships. It wasn't the cool thing to have people around you that were gonna go about you. It was more so of like, okay, now I know the type of people that not that I want to attract, because I can turn a full blown gangster to someone who's very like of high quality. I've done it before. It's more so, again, the alignment of where you're trying to go in your life. And if it matches in a very negative way, it's going to be a negative